Hello, good morning, and welcome to Here Today.
Where tomorrow
And today
is the final drive day to make it to Tennessee.
we're going home.
That's right, here we come, Crossville. We're caravanning! We don't know who these people are, but we're in the middle of a caravan, y'all! We're doing it, Richard! We're doing it! Well, we are here in Crossville. We got to Ballyhoo Family Campground. We set up our spot, and then we all just kind of rested. I took a much-needed shower. It was wonderful. And now Katie is driving, and we are heading to see the house. We are going to meet with our realtor, Misty, who is going to unlock the door for us, and we're going to take some measurements. I want to do some 360 pictures just to get so I can reference back, you know, kind of thing. And we just want to kind of smell it all, feel it all, taste it all, lick the lead-based paint walls, and really just get a feel for it. Well, hello, good morning, and welcome back to Ballyhoo Family Campground and Crossville, Tennessee. Yesterday we went and checked out the house and got to see kind of the area and what's around. And today we're just kind of walking around the park. Beautiful lake down here, so we're gonna go check it out. Now, unfortunately, the forecast today is mostly rain most of the day, so I think this is going to be a inside get work done day, which is good because there's a lot of work to be had. If we could get the closing done soon, we need to get the appraisal back, which we're waiting on. Once we get the appraisal back, and if everything's copacetic there, which it should be, then we're ready to rock, which means we need to start looking at contractors, insurance companies, HVAC, electricians, because there's a good amount of stuff we need to do to the house. What are you doing?
I'm picking something for Mama.
You're picking up flowers for Mama? It's very cool, Bubba. So yeah, so there's a lot of work to be done. So if we could get this appraisal back and start heading in the direction of scheduling things, then we'll be in ship shape. So Mommy went to work and Madison and I continued on. It's quite the large park. They have a ton of like overflow camping out this way. Huge fields you see behind. I mean, great place to host a Thanksgiving football tournament, you know what I mean? With the whole family. They have electric only sites. They have water hookups, full hookups, 50 amp, 30 amp, blah, blah, blah. They also do a lot of primitive camping as well. So I think they have 3 or maybe 5 cabins you can rent. So if you didn't want to actually camp, you could stay in one of the cabins as well. So lots of different options here at the Ballyhoo Family Campground. And who knows, maybe we'll still be here if you come through, because we don't know how long it's going to take to get all the work done on the house once we get the house. When we were up there on the hill, I was actually looking down this way, and there was a couple of deer running through here, so I was hoping maybe we could catch a glimpse, but I think all of us are a little too loud for that. Okay, here it comes. I tried to chop you up.
Okay, where to start? Good news, bad news, bad news, good news. It has been a roller coaster the past 24 hours. So last I think you heard, we were just still waiting on the appraisal for the house. Just still waiting, no communication. So good news, it appraised, which is wonderful. But bad news is they learned 8 days prior to closing that it was a manufactured home, which they're not licensed to finance. So this company that we've been working with for 3 weeks apparently never once looked at the address, and we wasted all of this time. To say it was a shock was an understatement. So then we scrambled. Do we find new financing? Do we, call it a day, call it quits, call it a day, and say, this isn't meant to be? Do we force it, find financing? We already spent so much money on the inspection and everything else that we did to make this dream a reality. And ultimately, we decided it wasn't worth it. And we realized that if it's this hard and the house still needs this much work, and we've now lost our locked-in rate, and rates have of course increased since we locked in that rate, maybe this isn't meant to be. So we definitely went through it yesterday, and we came to terms with that, and we were still trying. We were like, can we release the appraisal? Can we find a different lender to get us a different rate? Can we, we exhausted all options, and ultimately we found ourselves 5 o'clock at night looking at different options on the MLS and trying to see, is there anything else that could work? Is there a different house? Was this just not the one? So we found a house that has 6 acres, and the house is beautiful. It's newer construction, and it's an actual sticks and bricks home, so it is not a manufactured home. And we said, all right, maybe we should just go check it out. So we found ourselves at this property. House is gorgeous, but it's definitely meant for retirees. It's not a family home. And the 6 acres is on the top of a hill, but when I say hill, it's more like a mountain, and it's steep. It's super, super steep. And so, yes, it's 6 acres, but Madison's gonna just fall directly off a cliff. So it wasn't the one, and that was okay. And so we asked the question to the realtor. We really liked her. She obviously is very experienced and knows the area very well. She's from here. And we said, do you have anything else? Is there anything else that could meet these XYZ needs? And she said, not here, but in Smithville, another one of our realtors that works in her same office had a house listing that met most of the needs. In true Southern fashion, she said, I don't care to show it to you tonight. Meaning, like, I don't mind showing it to you, but I didn't totally understand what she meant. And I was like, you don't want to show it to us? Do you want to show it to us? And we were like, listen, if it's not going out of your way, we would love to see it because it has potential. It has 4 bedrooms. It is on less acreage, so it's only on 3 acres, but it's level acres, so it's usable land. this one's really a lot less rural. So it's in a neighborhood with no HOAs, thank goodness. But it's different. So we drove the 40 minutes to get to this other property, which it is closer to some of our family and closer to an airport. So there's a couple of things that make it a little bit more convenient, but we had no real expectations. We're just like, sure, okay, we'll look. And this house surprised us. It was just redone, and they did a great job with it. There's no work that's needed. We could move in tomorrow, and it is absolutely ready to go. New appliances, new HVAC. The property, like I said, is 3 acres, and it's all usable land and backs up to a farm. So though you have neighbors across the street from you, you really don't have anyone on either side of you or behind you. So it's not too invasive. It felt like home. And Rob noticed right when we got there, because it was dusk, and Rob saw that there were lightning bugs in the yard, and a lot of them. And that's a really special symbol, and it has a lot of meaning. And there's just something so emotional about seeing that for the first time and feeling like, wow, this feels right. So we did some research, because it was honestly a part of Tennessee that we weren't looking in. And turns out it's more convenient to shopping, it's more convenient to a gym, it's more convenient to all of the necessities. But then there's also, like I said, closer to the airport, closer to my family. And it's a proper neighborhood, so maybe there's friends for Madison, which could be really, really great. So we thought about it, and we said, let us take the evening, let's sleep on it. We put in an offer. And so in less than 24 hours, we were devastated because we lost the house that we thought was the house of our dreams. And then we walked into a home we weren't expecting, and it turned out to be an even better fit. It was a whirlwind. So we put in an offer this morning, waited all day to hear back. They did counter, but we accepted. And so now we start again. We're working with a different loan officer who we were recommended by our realtor, and she's been fantastic to work with. We're hiring the same inspector, and then they're taking care of the appraisal, and I just feel like this is right. And we'll see if it ends up that way, and it might not, and maybe this isn't right, but it feels right, and I'm really excited, and I could see us raising Madison in a beautiful home, and us hosting Thanksgiving dinners. It's a wonderful, entertaining house, and I think we could be really happy there. So we'll keep you updated on what happens.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the house hunt. Today I am heading to the house in Smithville for the inspection. I'm meeting the realtor and the inspector there bright and early here on this Monday morning to inspector gadget the house, make sure everything's up to snuff, which I really don't feel like there will be any issues, but that's what we're hiring the inspector for, and we're gonna see what we can see. So come along with me for a little day, a little morning out, running some errands, checking on the house, seeing what we can see. We are T-minus, I don't know, 18 days from closing or less. So here's to hoping. All right, the Duncan is officially secured and in my hand. Nice. We are on 70, heading to Victory to go check out the house. This is kind of a scenic highway type between Crossville and Smithville. So it's a beautiful road, a beautiful drive. Just look at this. We are almost to the house. I just got a text from the inspector that they're about 20 minutes late. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we are almost to the house. property right here. And there's the realtor. All right, well, we got the home inspection done. Luke and his assistant was there. Did a fantabulous job, as always. They are super, super thorough. Nothing really stands out. There's a couple of questions. An outlet that didn't seem to work. A leaky tub. And there's some issues in the crawl space that we're going to address with the sellers and see what we want to do and kind of where we want to go from here. Nothing scares us. Nothing makes me want to run for the hills. So I'm feeling pretty confident. That was a great experience. Had a great time with Sissy, our realtor. It was really cool just hanging out with her, walking around the property and just pointing things out. And really, really good stuff. So heading back to the house now, gonna get some lunch. I think Katie and I are going to talk some more about the house and how we feel. And whenever we get the report back from the inspection, then we can kind of go from there and make some more decisions. But all in all, that was really beneficial, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to go join and kind of see them work and all that stuff and be a part of that. So really good stuff. Well, we are going to wrap this video up here on somewhat of a cliffhanger while we wait for the clear to close and all the paperwork to finalize on this new house. Thanks for watching. I'm Rob with Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we'll see you there.